Welcome to Gray Overload. I'm Anthony. Today I'm going to take a quick look and a review at the Microsoft Surface Pro 4 and what I think of it about a year after using it. And I'm going to put some of my wife's thoughts as well in here, as she also has her own Surface Pro 4 and she's been using it for over a year. So with that, let's dive into it. So we got this Surface Pro 4. I think overall it's just been a great device over the last year. It's gone through the anniversary update and now the creators update on Windows 10. And I think one of the best things about it is that it's a versatile two-in-one. When I was looking at getting a Surface, what I really wanted was to make sure that I was able to use this as a tablet and basically have something light that I could take with me and sit down. As you can tell that I have a desktop here, and so I didn't want a laptop or something else. I wanted something that had some power to it, but then was also able to then use as my, basically what Microsoft sells as two-in-one, a tablet and then sometimes like a laptop, both. So that was my objective when I was looking at buying one. And with that objective, I was able to go through and basically narrowed it down, and I wanted a little bit of power, so I got the version that I had, and I have built code on it as well, wrote some apps, etc., and that's why I got the more powerful version. With the i5 version, which this is my wife's, she had this and she uses Photoshop on it, and she loves it with Photoshop. One of the reasons why she wanted it was that she wanted to be able to use Photoshop and stuff like that, but she also wanted to be able to do some of her business stuff, be able to set up schedules, especially with she homeschools our kids, and all that can then fit on here. So one device that she can have with her that has everything that then she can put and review stuff, put in schedules and everything else, a lot more easier than what a phone may do. And if it comes down to it, she can take this, and if the kids get everything done, they can go and they can draw on it and everything else. And I think the real cool part of this is when you have one of these and you put it all the way out, and you have one of your kids sitting there right next to a little device, and they're just going after and just touching and drawing stuff. And you're just like, you didn't teach them any of it. You just open up like Fresh Paint or an app like that, and they can go through and draw on it. So that's the real big benefit to one of these, is that you have a lot of options to it and it works really well. Now, a lot of you may be thinking, well, you're reviewing it a year after, is there another one coming? Yeah, there probably is another one coming. I don't know when. There's some rumors about when it's going to be. I'm not going to speculate on when they are, but I'm really gearing this video towards people that are looking at buying a Surface Pro 4 or considering it as a purchase that they need to replace something now, today, not something in a few months from now. We can always, if people are waiting a few months from now, yeah, this might not be an option for you, but, or 6 months, a year, whatever. But if you're looking right now, and you're making a decision, either you're a business, and I use mine for business operations, a lot of stuff. I keep a ton of documents on there. I do remote access to computers, even in my own home sometimes. I'm sitting on the sofa, I'm just like, I don't want to go all the way back to my desktop. Remote desktop in, done. I mean, that's a big benefit right there, is with the high-res screen and everything you get, everything beautiful. They have the network quality on this is much better than what I expected as well. And there's just a ton of benefits to it. If you're looking at it as a business, you can set up the dock. You can have an external display here. It's, keyboards, mice. It truly is a full functioning computer. I do hook it up to docks and monitors and everything else. Mine goes on an external monitor once a day. So my wife does not. She sometimes goes to mirrorcasting to our TV and stuff, which works well. But the real benefit for a business is, I think that they have an item that they can give to somebody that maybe replaces a laptop that's a little bit heavier, with probably the same performance, if not better, and they then have the opportunity to continue to use that going forward for maybe the year, 2 year, 3 year cycle that they have. And for people that are just everyday consumers that aren't a business, or that are just looking for a computer in this price range, and I specify in this price range. I don't have any others to review to compare it against that are cheaper, more expensive. But in this price range, there's something to consider. It's thin. It runs very well. It handles everything I throw it at. Sometimes not so well. I will say that I have thrown, AAA gaming titles at it. I have thrown big piles of code at it, and it didn't handle it well. It took a long time to do anything. But overall, it does pretty well. The fan does kick in it quite a bit. I mean, that's one thing to be concerned about if you want it as silent as possible. My wife is much more silent in the i5 version than the i7. Just so you have a perspective of that as well. One thing I do say is that if you need a repair on this, and I have had to replace mine once, there was a hardware issue, and Microsoft was great to repair it. I got the 2-year warranty with it. I recommend the 2-year warranty if you're going to get it, especially because it's a 2-in-1, completely sealed. Not much you can hit people with it, but don't do that. But it's a great product to then just take in, and they fix it right away. I mean, it was so instant when I took it in the store. I enjoyed it a lot. I did have a bad experience, though, with their support over the phone or their chat. And my power cord was broken. It broke at around the cord right next to the brick. And I'm just like, this is just falling apart. It's like less than a year old. What are we going to do here? And it was 5 to 10 business days before I got it, which I thought was outrageous. I was willing to do a cross-ship option where I would have put down money for it, and then if I didn't return it, they could have charged me the full pop for it. But I feel like that's one area where Microsoft needs to improve on, is the cross-ship option, having another option besides their standard return policy. And usually if you have a standard return policy, you have another return policy. But other than that, this device has served very well for me in the last year. It's been a great supplement to my desktop. It comes with me every single day, and it does a lot of work. It's on 8+ hours a day usually, doing as a supplemental machine. And what I need to do, it's almost always up next to another desktop, but it works very well. My wife, I was asking her, like, what are some of the things that you really enjoyed about it? Like I said, it's the one device that she can have everything on and take with her, and it has enough power to go do everything from getting all the homeschooling stuff she does done, and then also doing any graphic design work as she does in Photoshop and Adobe, etc. It does all of that. And so I've been very impressed about this. I would recommend this product for somebody that is looking for a device right now in a 2-in-1 segment, or maybe even a laptop segment that can deal with the lappability of the kickstand being out on a leg. So I would encourage you to go take a look at it, get some more information on it. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the Surface Pro and anything else. So with that, I want to thank you for watching. Thanks for watching Gray Overload. If you like this content, be sure to subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Gray Overload.